It's spinning. All right, I'm live. It says I'm live. So, first of all, guys, welcome to the broadcast. Let's go ahead and get the ball rolling. Right now, we have a few people online. Right now, it says none, zero at this point. What time is it? All right, then we got three. Cool. All right, we're getting rolling. All right, guys, we're just getting started. So, couple housekeeping things before we do get started. It's my first time doing a live broadcast, so I'm actually a little nervous, to be honest with you. So I'm doing my best not to show my nervousness. But if I goof up, that's the way it goes. So we'll just live with that. Number two, some housekeeping ideas. On the right-hand side, let me just right here, I'm going to click comments. I can, okay, it didn't pop up, so I don't know if it will or not, but you guys can post comments. So please post your comments throughout the entire broadcast. And again, just let me know, hey, I'm here, Dr. Ray, I'm loving you, I'm sorry you're nervous, all that kind of stuff. So if you just post comments, just encouragement to help me keep me motivated. I'm used to talking to a bunch of folks, so there's nobody here but me and Angie, my producer, who's over there. So that's number one, housekeeping. Comment. Ask questions too. At the end, if I have the ability to access comments, which I hope I will happy to answer those comments. Maybe you could, my staff who's on with me right now can text the questions to me and I can answer them that way. We'll figure it out. Okay. Number three, when we get to the section on various supplementation nutritional strategies to help enhance and maximize your body's immune system function through supplementation, I want to encourage you. There'll be links on there. Now, what we're going to do is in the comment sections, Amanda is going to be posting those links. All right. So we know, so what you do is you copy those links, and you click on, it'll take you right to the page to pick up the supplements. Okay, there's a bundle that's -1 because the one I added in there was something related to gut function, which you'll learn. Hey, I got my first comment. Cool. So I do have comments. Nice. Thank you, Brenda. You're awesome. I love you. Okay. So that's our beginning. Okay. So number one, make sure you comment. Number two, we got the links. And number three, be patient with me. I thought there was one more, but maybe that's it. Cool. So who knows? So I'm going to go ahead now and I'm going to pull up the program. And there it is. And I'm a little guy now. Now, we're going to go ahead and get the ball rolling. So what I'm going to do is that, and we're going to move over to that, and we're going to begin. So guys, thank you again for participating. Please comment and keep this ball rolling. So to start things off, I first of all want to do this, is I want to send out some prayers. Now, guys, it's been a tough run, okay? And I admit this wholeheartedly, and you'll see some parts of the broadcast where I kind of show my transparency on what's been happening in my personal life. But I want to send prayers out to people who've been afflicted and really have died from this thing. This is a devastating problem out there. People are sick and dying, and I want to put out those prayers. My intention today is not to minimize the human toll. My intentions are to seek answers for you, to find and look at a different perspective than what's been presented out there. You don't have to be afraid. And that's what I want. The whole thing on this broadcast, I want you to realize you do not have to feel afraid. Okay? So why are we doing max immunity? I mean, let's get serious. Unless you're living under a rock, we know what's going on out there. It's that COVID-19 virus. So today we're looking at health through a different lens. And so again, it's a lens I want you to realize that's unique and different, but a very, very positive one, which if you apply it, learn it, and participate with what I'm teaching you, you don't have to fear COVID-19. You don't have to fear cancer, diabetes, heart disease, or anything. So that's really what it's all about. So our doctors, we have 4 doctors in this, amazing doctors in this office, myself, Dr. Starr, Dr. Andrew, and Dr. Nick, and they're all here for one purpose, the restoration of your health at all levels and keeping it maximized once it's restored. And guys, guess what? That's it. That's all we have to do. End of program. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm kidding. There's a lot more we got to talk about. But the thing is, we got to look at it through a different lens in order to make this happen. So I want you to really separate yourself and just listen to some words. The medical lens. What's it about? The medical lens is about disease and pathology. Okay, it's not looking at health and healing, it's disease and pathology. And says, okay, what do we got to do to protect ourselves from getting the pathology and the disease? Well, we're going to hunker down. We're going to wear masks. We're going to wash our hands. We're going to social distance. We're going to quarantine. We're going to lock down. We're going to do all these things to mask and hide ourselves. Now, once you get the disease, however, we're now going to transition and we're going to look for treatment. We're going to suppress symptoms. We're going to ventilate. And then for the rest of the population, we're going to sit down and hope there's a magical vaccine that's going to save us. All right. That's the medical paradigm. Now, the lens we're going to be looking through tonight is a lens of health and wellness. It's a vision of hope. And that's really what I want you to realize. Realize that we personally, each individual on this broadcast, in this state, in this country, in this world, has everything it needs to defeat this virus and all other pathologies. The concept is not about treating the disease. It's about making sure your body is so healthy so that you don't have to succumb to it. What I've been reading now is that the majority of the population has been exposed. And because those people were healthier, they're not expressing those symptoms. So getting and keeping the body at its optimum health, that's the goal. It's a time-tested, proven principle that's worked for years over and over and over again. So we want to empower our bodies, guys. I want to be here to help you navigate this insanity. Okay, because right now, if you wanted to create a pandemic, what would you do? All right, you'd affect three things: relationships, money, and health. So let's jack with those three items. So let's mess with relationships. Okay, let's send the kids home. What are we used to? Kids doing school, we take them to school, we do all of these things. Okay, not yet. Okay, and so we take them to school, then we go to work, we go home, we do our chores, we pick them up, and then we're done, right? Well, now the kids are at home. Now we're doing homeschooling and technology. Like me, I'm homeschooling you right now. Things that I don't know how to do. So I'm a little apprehensive and fearful. Spouses are home 24/7. I had a buddy of mine, he said, 2 things are going to happen in 9 months: a lot of babies and a lot of divorces. And sadly, that's what we're trying to help, because relationships have been altered. Money, okay? Stay at home. Okay, I'll stay at home. Where's the income? No income, personal economic crisis. I can't make my mortgage. I can't make my rent. My investments have crashed in the stock market. If I even have any investments, or if I have any money savings whatsoever, how am I supposed to make my bills, feed my family? The consequences of the government printing money and handing it out. What's the context of our economic viability of our country? So now we're stressing about that. What about health? Now we're stressing over the virus. We don't want to get exposed. We're wearing social distancing, masking, washing. We're losing our humanity. We're fearing this coronavirus 24/7. And what the heck are we afraid of? Guys, it's not that we're afraid, it's that we're being exposed 24/7 into this insanity. And so, and why is that? Very simple, guys. It's a simple thing. It's because of our cell phones. Cell phones. We have 24-hour news stations, 24-hour cell phone access. The news feeds pop up when we're reading things. It's like, oh my God, we're being thrashed right now. So you want to create a pandemic? That's how you do it. So we don't want to create a pandemic. We want to suppress and come out on this end. As I've been saying on every exercise broadcast, everything I've been putting in there, it's this. Let's come out of this better people, better individuals, better economics, and better health. And that's what it's all about. Now, the numbers I'm putting in, I want to talk to you about are now the stats in here as of April 18th, 2020. So again, things change and things are happening so quickly. So if some of these numbers are a little off, let's talk about that. As of right now, we have 700,000 cases of COVID-19 that have been confirmed. Okay. Now, of that, 18,600 people have died. So again, so the truth of the matter is most people don't die. I mean, statistically speaking, that's the facts. So let's learn about that. Now, why? Well, according to Dr. Simon Murray, MD, he says the fact remains that the strain of coronavirus is not highly contagious. Now, I don't know if I agree with his statement. I think it is highly contagious. I just don't think that it's virulent. It's not an aggressive strain. So it's everybody can get it, but we're not getting it's not that aggressive. But the patients we know of that are being damaged are immunocompromised. Okay, most people when they do get it are going to basically experience simply the flu. Now it's worse than that though. This is what I want you to realize: the normal influenza, the regular flu that we talk about, is actually way more deadly than the coronavirus. So if you look at some statistics at this same point in time last year, absent corona, more people have died from the flu last year than this year, than the coronavirus flu. So why is it such a crazy thing? Well, it's because we're scared. We don't understand it. We understand the flu. We don't understand corona. So that gives us apprehensive fear, and we call xenophobia. Fear of the country of China. Did they plant this? Was it Wuhan? Was it planned? Who knows? The bottom line is we're gonna get through this. Okay. So I want you to watch this short little video, okay, on the coronavirus. So I want you to watch it and listen closely, and then we'll do some commentary afterwards. So hold tight, and here we go.
In December 2019,
Whoops. Okay. Well, there you go. I can't do that. Start it again.
In December 2019, the Chinese authorities notified the world that a virus was spreading through their communities. In the following months, it spread to other countries, with cases doubling within days. This virus is the severe acute respiratory syndrome-related coronavirus 2 that causes the disease called COVID-19 and that everyone simply calls coronavirus. What actually happens when it infects a human, and what should we all do? A virus is really just a hull around genetic material and a few proteins, arguably not even a living thing. It can only make more of itself by entering a living cell. Corona may spread via surfaces, but it's still uncertain how long it can survive on them. Its main way of spreading seems to be droplet infection, when people cough, or if you touch someone who's ill or on your face, say rubbing your eyes or nose. The virus starts its journey here and then uses a way as a stowaway toward the body. Its destinations are the intestines, the spleen, the lungs, and the most dramatic effects. Even just a few coronaviruses. That's why they don't have it. immune system into a fighting front and sends way more soldiers from the shoulder, wasting resources and causing damage. Two kinds of cells can be used.
Sarah says that video sound.
Turn it up.
Mild symptoms, but many cases become severe or even fatal.
Okay, so I'm getting feedback that the video is muffled. So basically, the whole point of the video was to kind of express to you how the virus takes over the body. So it invades the body, and what it does is it starts to eat away the tissue cells in the lungs. Then what happens is your own immune system starts to cause some damage. Now, the part of the video we shut short was what showed that most people recover. I mean, that's the point. You saw 700,000, only 700,000 versus 18,000 deaths. So I guess the point is, should we be afraid? Should we just basically stick our head in the sand? I mean, should we just say, okay, let's hunker down, stick our head in the sand, and just hope this thing is going to be fine? Should it be taken seriously? Well, yeah, I think it should be taken seriously. In fact, I think it should be taken as serious as a heart attack. Why? Why? Because who's going to get sick? The people that are immunocompromised. Can we agree the number one killer in America, heart disease patients, are immunocompromised? I can say yes to that affirmatively. Okay. What about the second killer, cancer? You think their immune systems are compromised? You bet. What about diabetics? You bet. So here's the point. Okay. Right now, those people understand, and they should be getting care in my office. They should be doing everything we're doing right now. And everybody's sitting down, they're pounding their fists saying, you are right. I need to get myself more healthy so that my immune system can get better. But this is the group I'm more concerned about. I'm concerned about the people whose immune systems are compromised and don't know it. Those are the groups I'm the most concerned about. So we're coming to that, and I'll make sense of that. Now, symptoms. What is the purpose of a symptom? What's the purpose of sneezing, coughing, and all the like? Guys, it's very simple. It's to expel the infection, to expel the mucus, to bind. You see what I mean? So that's what it's for. So are symptoms good or bad? Well, in the context I just described, it's good. But here's the problem. If you express all these symptoms in the presence of a lowered immune function, a sick body, it's a bad thing. You manifest these symptoms. That's why ventilators are keeping people alive and these types of things. But these are people that have already been sick. So we got to find the group that's immunocompromised and that don't know it, and the group that is compromised, and help serve them. That's the point. Just like a fever. What's a fever do? Why do you boil water in the mountains? It's simple. To kill the bacteria, virus, and parasite. It burns them up. Heat, the bugs don't like heat. So we let the fever run its course as long as your body doesn't get overwhelmed. And that's the point. So we're going to be promoting the immune system through our big five, the 5 essentials: core chiropractic, nutrition, mindset, oxygen, and toxicity. And we're going to address each and every one of those one step at a time. We're going to begin with, however, is nutrition. Okay, so let's talk about nutrition. But in doing this, how are we going to use nutrition to support our immune system? Now, I don't know if you knew this or not. Many do, many don't. But the point is 70% of our immune system is located in the gut. Okay, which makes logical sense because how does 90% of the crap get inside of our bodies? We eat it. It goes into our mouth, down into our gut, and the immune system has to protect itself, or the immune system has to protect us. So, immune stressors, what are they? They're physical kinds of traumas to the body, emotional stress and chemical exposure, but all of those stresses, stress response, the fight or flight response comes through an elevation of cortisol. Now, cortisol does some crazy stuff. Now, cortisol thins the layer of the gut. It's documented and proven, but cortisol can also raise sugar levels. Okay. Even if you don't eat sugar and things that become sugar, guess what happens? Your body creates sugar, which elevates, your body elevates cortisol. Protein gets converted into sugar and your immune system is suppressed. So we've got to make sure and protect that. Now, the picture I have on the screen up there is actually a picture of the gut, and I love this picture. Now, at the top part of the monitor, what you're looking at there, that's the inside of the tummy, okay? Now, the top left, you'll see a layer of mucus with a bunch of white dots, the blue hue, if you will. That's mucus that binds poisonous things trying to penetrate into the gut. And the little dots, those are your healthy bacteria, what we would call probiotic, okay? Now, underneath that, you're going to see, it looks like a dude with a little center thing and a hat with a bunch of tentacles in the top, and there's about 10 of them there. Now, those are your gut cells, and the top, the little hair-looking things like this are called microvilli, and their job is to draw in nutrients and protect and push them towards the gaps between the cells. So what happens, nutrients pass through those tiny little gaps in those cells. And what happens, one molecule at a time, if a virus, a parasite, a bacteria, a toxin, or try to pass through that narrow passage, the immune system will kill it. Now, if we look on the underneath those cells, you can see the red looking stuff. Those are red blood cells. And the little spiky looking thing in the low left, the middle thing, and the other things look kind of like spooky looking characters. Those are immune cells that are killing, that their job is to kill. So if something tries to sneak by, those buggers will take care of them like that. Now, if you look to your right upper, you can see all those other dots on the top. Those are poisonous toxins, chemicals, viruses, parasites, any number of things we might have accidentally or sadly on purpose put into our gut. And that's created damage to those little hair cells on the top. So there's no mucus, there's no probiotic, and the lining, the gaps are huge. So what happens, you can see all those things passing through, and that poor little mast cell right there is doing its best to protect it. Well, the problem is if this gate is wide open, the immune system goes through battle fatigue, and then we start ending up with things like autoimmunity. And that can lead to diseases like heart disease. It can lead to lupus, rheumatoid arthritis, joint pains, fibromyalgia. Pick a disease, you can usually tie an autoimmune nature to it. So if we want our immune system to work, we got to fix that gut. And that's why we got to make sure we get those repairs. So through basic nutrition, what are we going to recommend? Number one, cut the sugar. Now, the picture I put up there on the program, that's a slam dunk sugar. Okay, that's going to be your candy bars, soda pop, candy itself, sugar in the packet, your coffee creamers, things that have added sugar in them. But that would also include things like pasta, rice, grain, alcohol. You're going to talk about potatoes. That's a starch sugar, alcohol sugar, corn products. All those are loaded with sugar. And sadly, the last one I'm going to recommend right now is avoiding fruit, at least during this crisis, because fruit has fruit sugar in it. Well, okay, fruit is a healthy thing as long as it's non-GMO, no pesticides, no herbicides. Well, kind of, because the problem is that we have damaged our gut so badly because of the damage we've done, like the stuff on my screen and other things, that we can't do anything right now because your body will freak out over it. So avoid the sugar, okay? Eating strategy. Right now for immune boosting, you want to be following advanced eating. Now, advanced eating is quite simple, okay? It really is simplified. Now we have a nutrition book called Align Your Health, and we've got another nutrition book as well. And inside of that book, we have a ton of different recipes to cook that are healthy, advanced eating strategies. And basically, it's very simple. A portion of organic animal products and a portion of organic vegetables. And you're going to do that in an eating window of 8 hours, which means you're going to be doing a 16-hour fast 3 days a week. Okay. Now, fasting, intermittent fasting 3 days a week will boost your immune system. Now, it's been shown that if you go fasting more than 24 hours, it actually suppresses immune function. So we want to be enhancing immune function by doing intermittent fasting. I also encourage shake meals to break your fast. On bone broth for gut. Whey protein is a little bit more inflammatory. So if you have an inflammatory condition already, we already know that, then I would use the bone broth. And then people also have plant-based, those kinds of things as well. And we have all those things in our office. And when you click some of the links, you can find those throughout the store area. So advanced eating is what I recommend. Elderberry. Now, elderberry has been used for years for immune function. And they found that the reason elderberry is so awesome is because it has all kinds of raw nutrients in it, which helps support the immune system. So it's not necessarily boosting the immune system, but if you're building a house, wouldn't you need like lumber, concrete, nails, things to build the house? That's what elderberry provides. So it's actually quite nice. Garlic, I did a little video on immune boosting foods, but garlic has something in it called allicin. And allicin is a known it nukes up bacteria. Garlic is just really good, but you got to break it and crush it in order to release the allicin. So that's a very important thing. And citrus, Mom was right. What Mommy say? Mommy said vitamin C. So you're going to find a lot of vitamin C in those citrus fruits. Okay. All right. So into our supplementation. Now, the first one here on the screen, now I'm going to point this out, and I apologize for my hand if it looks huge, okay? It's right there. It says Immune Boosting Bundle. Underneath of it, it has the link. So again, at this point, Amanda will probably start adding the links if she hasn't done it already. And this is for the 5 in the pack. It's 5 + 1, which is the Max GI. But you can pick them up individually or in the pack, and that's the link for the entire grouping. Okay, so save that in case you want to do that. You do save a little bit of money buying the entire pack. So that right there is I made the little arrow to point to it because it wasn't supposed to touch the screen. So there you go. Vitamin D. Let's talk about our wonderful vitamin D. Okay, why do most flus attack us in the winter? Because our vitamin D is depleted. It's been demonstrated and shown that vitamin D is required to kickstart the immune system. In the absence of vitamin D, the immune system won't work. And the probiotic that's been added to this vitamin D has been shown to enhance the absorption of vitamin D and boost up those levels. And I guarantee you that during the winter months, you were not outside in the sunshine. I guarantee you were down inside hiding from the cold. And now we're hiding from everything in front of our TV sets and our smartphones. So guys, vitamin D. And I can promise you right now, if we tested your vitamin D levels, 90% of you would be deficient in vitamin D. So that's going to be one of the key. So if you're going to get one, that's the one. I put it first. Now, vitamin C, another one. Mommy was right. Get out in the sun and eat your vitamin C. Now, vitamin C, unique. And this is something that is amazing. Most of the animals on the planet can take nutrients and make it into vitamin C. Human beings cannot. So what we've got to do is we've got to be able to consume vitamin C at a high enough level if the body's immunocompromised. So let's say hypothetically you get invaded with this COVID-19 virus. That means your immune system is going to be activated, and we need vitamin C in a ton of areas but the immune system will consume it, take the vitamin C, and so the vitamin D activates it, vitamin C grabs it, consumes it, and activates the immune system. So it's using this vitamin C up as it's going through the process. So my encouragement is follow bottle directions if you want to just maintain a good immune system. If you already are sick or expressing symptoms, I'll use that word instead, I want you to do 15,000 units a day. Now, the way this vitamin D is designed, It's designed to help. The problem with vitamin C in mass quantities tends to cause diarrhea. So 15,000, unless you get diarrhea, then back off until you don't, and keep pounding that vitamin C until the illness passes. So vitamin C is critical. And as you saw from the picture, probiotics, 50 billion. Now, what's really cool about this, now, years and years ago, we found that, probiotic, right? Oh my gosh, acidophilus. Well, here's the problem with acidophilus is it's not just acidophilus. That's just the first one we found. So now we have an overgrowth many times of acidophilus, which has to be now taken care of and neutralized. So it's not acidophilus. It's not yogurt. It's yogurt with acidophilus plus this strain, this strain, this strain, this strain. This has 50 billion healthy, viable bacteria. And it's also got in it the different strains and all the different strains that we know of at this point. So we're balancing out the healthy gut lining and bacteria and other parts of the body that use this healthy bacteria. So boost up your immunity. This is the deal. Real quickly on the ML supplements. I met the guy who initially started making these supplements. And what he does is he's, the line they're being manufactured, and he grabs a bottle and runs over and tests it and checks for consistency. We're always showing exactly what's on the bottle. In addition, he goes to other places like GNC or Vitamin Cottage or whatever, and he grabs bottles of probiotic there as well and tests. And he found that many times, not only was it not what was written on the label, but many times what was in the label wasn't even present. So guys, the quality of these supplements are I'd put them at integrity high levels. We only use, and there's other supplements we do use besides ML, but these are everyone we use is a very high quality. Now, again, what's the challenge with garlic? Okay. Well, I guess with social distancing. And by the way, I want to take away that term. Social, we can be social. I just don't want physical distancing. Yes. Social, no. Wave, say hi, be human. But garlic tends to chase people off. Maybe that enhance the physical distancing. I don't know. But parsley and garlic, you can take them in a dosing that's quite high to help keep your immune system functioning. So garlic and parsley blend. And again, if you are sick, this is a good way to help knock that bugger out. Now, Daily Defense has some pretty amazing stuff in here, but a particular free radical scavenger, an antioxidant. It's called superoxide dismutase, or SOD. Now, SOD, what it does is when you get a damaged tissue, remember in the video that didn't work very good, but the video, what it showed that when you're in this battle, there's a lot of debris and damage and things like, think about grenades going off and shooting and whatever, and there's a lot of debris. Well, this Daily Defense comes in, cleans up that debris, allowing your immune system to rest and recover. So it's a very nice supplement for that. Okay. And there we go. And the last one, as I've been talking about, that's not on that list, was the Max GI. Now, what Max GI does is it works to repair. Remember that picture I showed you? The damaged cells. It helps to repair the damaged cells. Then the probiotic replaces the mucus and helps that heal. Then the Max GI has something in it called Bacillus subtilis. I think of it like a little sniper in the grooves. So when the cells are regenerating and these snipers try to come in, or these bugs and bacteria and maybe COVID tries to get in, it's in there, it takes those buggers out. So Max GI. So that guys is our immune boosting pack right there. Okay. Now, there's been a post. Dr. Andrew put a post on there about, it's called The Perspective on Immunity, step-by-step instructions on how to maximize that immune system. So print that, download it, read it, whatever you need. It is on our Facebook page. So please use that. Now, again, next essential, oxygen. Okay. What do viruses hate? They hate oxygen. They love sitting down, low oxygen environment, hunker down, put a mask on, don't breathe. So we're actually making it more difficult to kill the virus. Also, we've learned that viruses hate heat. Okay. So there's been a study that was done where it showed that saunas actually help kill the virus. Well, a lot of people poo-pooed the study because they took the virus and they put it in a petri dish and set it in a sauna or whatever, and the virus didn't die. That's not the point. We're raising our core temperature. It's about boosting the core temperature, and that's what kills the virus, not the heat of the sauna, by raising our own core, just like fever. So that's the point right there. So, importance of sunshine. Guys, vitamin D, sunshine, fresh air. Back in the day when the Spanish flu hit, guys, it was awesome because chiropractic kicked butt on the medical establishment. Less people died under chiropractic care than did the medical treatment model versus the wellness hope model. And what was one of their recommendations? Get outside, get in the sunshine. They took these sick people and rolled them out for some sun. So, guys, simple. Get outside. Stay at home, hunker down. No, stay at home and have a barbecue. Okay? Get my point? That's what it's all about. Now, Max T3 is a online video or an online exercise. It uses something called HIIT training, which is going to crank up the oxygen and crank up the heat, and that's going to help you with that virus. Now, we're doing exercises right now on Monday through Friday at different times. Now, our Tuesday and Thursdays are at noon, and because we did get the open order, guys. So, by the way, that's what my first thing was. I wanted to tell you, we are open. Okay. Now it's starting Monday. So don't rush me. Okay. Tomorrow. Okay. We're developing our strategies, but we are open on Monday. So I want to make sure you call and tell us. There's two types of people out there in the world right now. Three out of this virtual world we're looking at right now. I got my patients that have been chomping at the bit to get in, but until the governor changed the rules, you couldn't come in. Well, now you can starting Monday. So I need you to call the office, leave a message and say, I am ready to rock. And then we'll call you back or text you back or whatever strategy we use. But if we do call, please pick up the phone. Because if you don't pick up the phone, then we have a tag thing. And guys, we have a huge volume of calls and for things we got to do before next Monday. So please, I beg you, call, leave a message. I'm ready to go. When we call you back, pick up the phone. Then there's a second group that have been adversely affected by this virus economically. So I need you to call up, leave a message and say, I'm ready to get started, but I have to look at budgeting. Okay. And then we'll schedule a different path for you. And we've developed programs. We've been sitting, polishing our pencil to make sure everybody can get back who wants to. And then the third group, that's the people that are new out there who haven't been in for a while. Call the office, 303-254-8430. Amanda, if you'd be so kind to put that number down in the comment sections so people can call the office if they don't have it and schedule an appointment. Just leave a message. Hey, I'm a new patient. I want to schedule an exam. So again, that's kind of a sidebar that was supposed to be at the beginning. So get the T3 or get online with us in our exercise classes, okay? And our exercise class on Monday, Wednesday, Friday is starting at 8, but that's not going to work once we open up again. So we'll probably back it off to 7:30, but we're still working out the logistics of that. So stress in the immune system. What did we learn? When you're under stress in the immune system, it's about cortisol. Cortisol goes up, sugar goes up, immune system goes down. So we have to make sure that our mind is right. This is all about mindset, because when you get stressed, cortisol is going to elevate. So guys, this is very important, okay? Action steps. I want you to realize something, okay? You're not alone in this, okay? You're not. We're here. My team is here. My doctors are here. We are here for you, okay? Now, I got to tell you something, okay? It's been hard these last 5 weeks because I want to help serve you guys, and I can. It was horrible. It was devastating to me to know all the things and more to come that I could have done to help, and I can't be there for you, and it hurt my heart a lot. So there's a lot of crying that was happening, okay? Sorry. It was hard. I had good days and bad days. There were days I just said, you know what? I'm trying. And then there's days I came back with vigor and ready to go. And thank God for my team who helped and served me on my bad days, and I could help them on their bad days. So again, we're not in this alone, okay? So I want you to sit down with your family and get real with them. Okay. What are you feeling? Are you feeling fear? Are you afraid? Are you worried? And then set a plan. Okay. Set a plan. Okay. There's chores and things that people can do. Excuse me. I went too fast. Chores, schoolwork, schedules, cost containment strategies, curb your spending and stay liquid. That means stay in cash. Don't spend your money. Okay. Right now, you need to protect yourself over this period where the government may or may not come through. I'm not going to say they are or not. I don't know, but I want you to come out of this better than whether that's your economics or all the other strategies we've been discussing. Okay. Remember that it's our adversity that grows us. When you work out, what happens to your muscles? They get bigger because of that adversity. When you get adjustments and you read and you study and you meditate, your brain grows, neuroplasticity. So guys, I want you to be thinking strategically right now how to come out of this ahead. Amazon has done it. They're doing better than ever. They're hiring right now. Zoom, they're hiring right now. And I guess you get one thing too, the toilet paper companies are doing pretty well as well, which I think is a little silly. I think that's insane. I mean, they used to wash diapers, right? Why couldn't you use a washcloth? And that's just, my buddy taught me that. We were up messing around. So he came up with that. So continuing on a couple more thoughts on mindset. Okay. Got to get our heads right. Okay. We're not, and this is important. The words quarantine and lockdown. That's scary. Okay. And when you get scared, that elevates cortisol and lowers immune function. Guys, you're home with your family. Watch a movie together. Maybe play a game of Monopoly, some more board games, go outside, throw the ball around, have a barbecue. You're not in lockdown. If you're in lockdown, you couldn't leave your house. They're recommending you stay home and social and physically distance and all the other strategies. So guys, let's get stress under control. And get off your phones. Stay away from the media. I promise you, if something significant happened, you'd find out. You don't have to be minute by minute by minute and getting yourself all stressed out. Okay? Toxic exposure. We're not going to spend a lot of time here. We know toxins lower immune function, but I'm not going to go crazy on washing your hands. They have videos out. They keep your hands clean because the transmission from hands. So here's the number one transmission. It's you sneeze, achoo. I get it. I hold your hand. You touch your face, you touch your nose and your eyes, and you spread the virus to yourself. So again, remember that the purpose of the mask, the biggest purpose of the mask is not to protect others. It's to remind you not to touch your face. Okay. So that's the main purpose of the mask. So realize that. So minimizing your toxic exposure by washing your hands. Okay. Now, let's talk about this core chiropractic thing. Now, chiropractic, I'm going to read this. Chiropractic patients under care for 5 years or more have been found to have a 200% greater immune competency than those not receiving chiropractic care. That's why during the pandemic of the Spanish flu, the chiropractic patients kicked it, because they're applying these 5 critical principles, not the least of which is the chiropractic principle. Now, I've mentioned to my patients, there's other studies that show it higher than 200, but that's the one that absolutely has a lot of clout to it. So I quoted that one. But remember what I said. What did I say? I'm concerned about people that are immunocompromised, heart attacks, cancer, diabetes. We know that. But what don't we know? What about the people that have a lowered immune system and don't know it? That's the people I want to concern over. So this picture I have in front of you is called the spectrum of health. On the far side where it reads health is 100% function. Now the opposite of health is dead. Okay. It's not sick. It's not ill health. It's not disease. It's dead. The absence of health is the absence of life, which means dead. Okay. Now, in order for you to express a symptom, you have to lose 60% of your health. You have to drift from the 100 all the way back to the 60 in order to express a symptom. And what did we say earlier? What's the purpose of a symptom? To tell you something's wrong. It is not a problem. But now you're starting to express symptoms. Now, I want you to watch this because we talked about immunocompromised. If you're 100%, how do you feel? You feel great. All right. Now, at 60%, how do you feel? You still feel great. So it's not scalable. So if you're at 61%, you feel exactly the same as if you're 100%. So with that in mind, if you're at 60%, that means you're 40% left or 60% compromised. So if your health is 60% compromised and you're not expressing any symptoms yet, what's the chance of this virus getting you? You get my point? You see, if your immune system is huge and the virus is this big, you're going to win. Now, if your immune system is small, the virus wins, regardless of how you're expressing it through diabetes, cancer, or heart disease, or nothing at all. So, guys, we got to get you to 100%. That's our goal. Okay? Now, once you get down to 59%, yes, your symptoms begin mild. All right? Now, what do you typically do there? You go to the grocery store and buy some Tylenol, leave something to suppress your symptoms. Now, when they get severe, now you get a little more fearful. You end up at a doctor's office, and the first thing they do is they hand you a prescription, which suppresses your symptoms, which if you're severe enough, like a ventilator, things like that, maybe that's necessary. But the majority of the time, suppressing symptoms allows this to manifest a worsening of prognosis. And then finally, you run the medical test, okay? We're going to run a test. We got to find out what's on. Is it a blood test, an x-ray, a blow test in a tube? I mean, what are we going to do to figure this thing out? And the doctor comes back to you and says, well, you don't have the COVID-19, but you feel like garbage. So what does he tell you? There's nothing wrong with you. Okay. And is that true? If you're in that state, there is something wrong. It's just not a disease. And when a medical doctor runs a test, that's what they're looking for, a disease. So if you're not manifesting a disease, that's a time of celebration, not a time of further fear. But then they give you more and more drugs until you finally do break that orange dot between the red one and the 60%, that one between the two. That's when the threshold of disease occurs. All right. And then what happens? Now we transition into some scary stuff. Now you're in the hospital there. Let's say it's cancer. They cut out the cancer. They do chemotherapy. They do radiation surgery. And what are they doing? Now, let's say they do that and they cut out the tumor and they give you the all clear and say, you are cancer free. Congratulations. Who's not happy about that? Everybody is. But the doctor didn't make you healthy. All he did in treating the disease was make you not be dead. He didn't make you healthy. That's why 90% of the problems end up returning as a consequence. So guys, our goal, I don't care where you are on this spectrum, our goal is to get you from wherever you are all the way back to that 100% or as close as we can get with the tools we have. Now, what is the system that controls all this health? Well, that's your nervous system and the brain. The brain sends electricity down the spinal cord through the nerves, and we're going to send that nerve to your immune system in the gut. Now, if you've got a clean signal from the brain to the gut, you will now manifest a healthy 100% corona kicking, butt kicking immune system. Make sense? And that looks like this on a model or in an x-ray. And on the top, that's a normal looking aligned vertebrae. Now, the two white pieces, those are bones. The disc in between, you can read the note there. It says a healthy nerve. So that's 100% nerve. If the brain sends 100% nerve to 100% of that immune system, you got 100% immune system. The problem is you misalign and crush that nerve. Now you've got a sick nerve. But what if that nerve's at 60%? You don't feel neck pain, back pain, or headaches. What you feel is nothing except your immune system's compromised. Your heart's compromised. Your pancreas is compromised. It depends on where the nerve goes. You see, it doesn't matter what disease you've got or what syndrome you've got. We've got to get the nervous system at 100% so the body can express health, not symptoms or disease. See, that's an example right there of a misalignment where it's not even touching the nerve. Now, what's going to happen is that soft disc between the two hard bones. Think about a car. Misalign the front end of the car and drive. What's it going to do? It's going to rub away the rubber on the tires. Well, we're going to rub away that disc, and you wind up looking like that. I want you to take a look at that nerve. Compare the bottom nerve to this. Who do you want to be? Which one do you want to be? Do you want to be the one on the bottom with all that damage and the susceptibility of your body to succumbing to a COVID virus or any number of pathologies? Or do you want to have your nervous system optimized at 100%, fully functioning, rocking and kicking? I know what I want. I know what I want for you. And that's why I was so devastated when I couldn't help you during this crisis. Now, if you are expressing symptoms right now, we know you're not healthy. We know there's a problem. The nervous crush to your head could cause a headache. To your uterus could cause menstrual problems. Blood pressure, that's a heart nerve. Depression, it's a part of the brain called the amygdala. Numbness, tingling into the arms, low back pain. I'm not going to read them all. Just picture the symptom and tie it to the nerve, to the organ, right? Like constipation. Now, if that's an organ, that's your gut. If you're expressing diarrhea or constipation, I'm thinking immune system. If you're thinking reflux, I'm thinking immune system. You see, because it's all there. Food intolerances, I'm thinking immune system. Upcoming opportunities. Now, guys, this particular part of the program, I usually talk about the upcoming event seminar, but I'm taking a little different twist, and I want you to bear with me on this. Upcoming opportunity for us, for you, for me, for everybody. More millionaires were created during a downturn than any other time in history. When you have an economy that's up, when it goes down, coming out of it, there's always more millionaires than there were when they started, because people are thinking strategically, applying the principles that I went through earlier in the program. So guys, what I'm telling you is this: if you just apply the principles, we can make it a change. Who would have thunk that a virus would destroy our economy, right? And imagine for a moment if everybody on the planet Earth right now was applying the 5 essential principles, had a nervous system, was functioning at its optimum, we would be laughing at this virus right now, not worrying about how if we hunkering down and trying to hide from it. Okay? So here's what I want to pitch. This. I want us to be more human now than we've ever been in our history. I want us to come out of this better than ever, better people. Who do you want to be at the end of this? Who do you want to become? Do you want to be somebody who was selfish and hunkered down and masked and looking down and not staring and grumpy and scared and irritable? Or do you want to be more human? So here's the deal, okay? We're going to be judged in the future, 10, 20, 30 years, and they're going to look back and say, who were we during these uncertain times? Were we more human, more caring, more compassionate, more loving? Or were we more selfish, buying more toilet paper, buying more food, this is a time of service. So guys, I'm telling you right now, let's do this. And can we do this together? Join me in this quest. I want a quest of a humanity, of a healthy, happy, financially sound, emotionally solid country. I want to find a country that loves people again. And that's the truth. Action steps. Couple questions. Is the viral pandemic of COVID-19 the real problem? Is that what we should be concerned about? I don't think so. The real viral pandemic is that's being spread right there is not the virus, it's fear. See, fear is infectious. It's more infectious than any COVID-19 could be. It's spreading faster than anything. And what happens with fear? Fear, humanity goes down, sickness goes down, money goes down, our economics get sad, our families break down, and we're a mess. So read those words. Guys, fear is infectious. And it spreads faster than a virus. So sit down with your family, create that action plan. Stay off the media outlets. Even if you lose everything, here's the deal, okay? You lose everything. They can't seize your brain. You're not starting from zero no matter what, as long as you keep your thoughts and being creative. Think outside the box. Be ready to shift. Maybe your job is going to become obsolete as a consequence of this. Fine. Become a millionaire instead. Find a way. Find a missing, and the people that have made the most money provide the most service. So feel out how you can serve people. And last year, get off the couch and join us on online classes. Get into the office, get into your nervous system, get into your nutrition, get into your toxin minimum, all those things. Guys, connect with us. Connect with us. If you're watching this on YouTube, I want you to subscribe to our channel, right? You just click subscribe and click the bell icon. So every time we go live, you can watch more stuff from us. And we'll be posting we're going to try to stay up on this even as things start to pass, because we want to keep pouring in more and more value and content and love and things that you can share with others. So everything you get, click that share button and send it to the planet Earth. I want everything to go viral so we can change the world. So now we need to connect more than ever. So click the share button. Now, if you're a Facebook, you want to like us, and then you click share, and then you can do a thing called a watch party, okay? And what you do is, if you're watching this live right now, when it's over, all you do is send it to your friends that you're doing a watch party, and then you get all watch it together on a rerun. Social distance, of course. And if they're doing it different rooms, it's even better. So we got to keep our heart strong. We got to stay strong. You can't beat a healthy heart. And what are the people that are getting sick? The ones that are immunocompromised. That's include heart people. So guys, Saturday, May 16th at noon, either like this or live in my office, fingers crossed, because I sure like being with people when I like staring at a monitor for whatever time I've been yakking. But guys, I want to first of all just say thank you, guys, for spending time with me today. I love you guys. It's awesome. So make sure you get those supplements. We're marching orders. Pick up the supplements to boost your immune system. If you're a guest on this line, please make sure that you call our office. Again, the number should be there, 303-254-8430. Add it one more time just at the end here so they can get that. Share this with friends. Share this program with others. Share this message of hope. Guys, I really, truly love each and every one of you. And then we go back over here. And let's go to that, which is just me. Okay. I guess I did it. I didn't break nothing. So, guys, thank you so much for listening. Angie, did I miss anything? Did I do all right? Did I do all right out there? Guys, put down Dr. Ray's awesome, Dr. Ray's awesome, Dr. Ray's awesome, because I like all that stuff. So anyway, I guess I'm done. You guys take care and have a great rest of the night. I love you all. Bye-bye.